today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Vikings taking on the Carolina Panthers.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers. Well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon, but once that ball is kicked, that thought will go out the window. From then on, it's just time to execute and fight for a win.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. On second down, here's Smith. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. There's Cooks in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Operating from the gun, Green. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Panthers. Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now Spears to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second down and 6 now. Out of the gun, Smith. This one brought in by Jefferson. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Hand off to Spears. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Right back to Spears. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Smith. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Green. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They run with Richardson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Right back to him on 1st down. Man, pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw. Green. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Looking to throw. Green. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down now, it's Richardson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On the ground, here's Richardson again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
That was a good, strong run for a 1st down, and they are just dominating right now on this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
Vikings, 65.
Back to throw. Green. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And here's a give to Spears. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That one's taken in by Spears. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground. It's Richardson. And a tackle there by Micah McFadden. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Green. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Richardson. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Green. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hodges. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Green. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On 1st down. It's Richardson.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
11 more on that one and another 1st down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Drain now. Throwing on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Green. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, the defensive coverage was good. So good, he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Geno now to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated.
Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point safely through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw on second down is Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
And Smith's throw into the hands here of Hardman.
So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. Jerry Jeudy, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 touchdown catches in the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Drain down. Throwing to start the drive. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hodges. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Richardson. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun. Green. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw. Green. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll run on 1st down. Richardson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first. Looking to throw. Green. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Green. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hodges. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here's Green on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. This a 31-yard attempt. Even further. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Smith on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here's a run by Spears.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Smith. And that is incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down. It's Richardson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. To throw is Green from the gun on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks.
Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Carolina.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Hodges. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Green. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Richardson.
Taken down at the 30. 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Green.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Green. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Deontay Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Smith. His throw incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Smith. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Seven yards there and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Corbin. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Green got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Green on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Up the middle they go. Corbin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Holding offense. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Green to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now Geno on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Only able to gain a couple there. And that will bring up second down. Off of play action, here's Smith.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Smith.
Over the middle and complete to Addison.
He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken around the 12. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll keep it on the ground. Corbin. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now a handoff up the middle. Corbin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Right back to him on first down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Panthers, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.